Hello guys, welcome back. We're going to go over this Ebola outbreak. It's the second biggest so far, so it's starting to gain some traction. It is the worst ever due to the type of strain that it is. We're going to hit this little article, hit ChatGPT. We're going to find out if we have any issues in the Western worlds and what they can be. Like, subscribe, help me out a little bit here. Ebola is racing to southeast Congo at a pace that has alarmed health officials who warn it could become the most devastating outbreak ever recorded since the first case was confirmed on May 15th. At least 5,605 people have been infected and 2,683 have died, per CDC and Congolese government figures, already surpassing the country's 2028-2022 outbreak and far outpacing the earlier spread of the 2014-2016 West Africa crisis. Experts say those numbers likely mask many cases, with one doctor estimating the real toll could be 2 to 3 times higher, the Washington Post reports. Now, back in the 2014-2016 one, I believe that was that one, and I was watching this Alex Jones. I used to watch him a lot. Boy, back then, anyway, this crazy scientist guy, Ebola dude, got on there and he starts talking about all this crazy stuff, and this dude calls in. It had a caller in, and he was talking about how he watched this guy put a 1911 to a dude's head and blow him away. And then that scientist guy giggled, like he was like, I mean, like really. And this dude was out there, man. And he says throughout the interview, he says that he just got the call from the government to go out there and he's going to take care of the problem. And it was like 2 weeks later, and you didn't hear nothing about it, and it was over. So I don't know what the dude did or what happened. I remember that, watching that show. It was live too. Good luck finding that one. The World Health Organization's Director General says, no, wait a minute, the 2014-20 was deadliest ever recorded with more than 11,000 deaths. The Bundibugyo strain driving the current crisis has no approved vaccine or treatment, and the response has been slowed by funding crisis, thin surveillance, and a pervasive misinformation. Health workers describe a virus moving through so many cracks as patients die at home, while daily life in cities like Bunia countries continues with crowded churches and parties. And that's the African village. It's just party. The World Health Organization Director General says officials are still playing catch-up against a disease spreading with unprecedented speed, even as the U.S. government reports more than $512 million in assistance and millions of health screenings across the region. On Friday, Congo received 16,000 doses of the Ebola virus vaccine used in the past outbreaks, though it's not clear how effective it will be against the Bundibugyo strain, the AP reports. Well, hopefully it won't get over here, but there is a good possibility we're going to look into it. And the reason why is because of all the illegal immigrations and the mass slums that come with it. Because that's where this stuff takes place, is in where you have no clean water, where you're coughing, breathing all over people, just degenerate activities, so on and so forth. And we're starting to get that way. I mean, you should see some of these cities. I mean, and then you have a lot of these people getting over here. I got a feeling you're gonna start hearing about it here in the States, and within the next 5 years, you're gonna start hearing about places breaking out in Ebola. The Ebola crisis in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and how it compares. As of August 2026, the outbreak in the Democratic Republic of the Congo is the second largest outbreak ever recorded and the fastest growing, however. WHO declared the outbreak a public health emergency concern in May of 2026. Recent reports put the outbreak at roughly 5,500 plus cases, 26 to 2,700 deaths spread across 6 provinces caused by Bundibugyo strain. Health workers have also been infected and killed. That's another thing. When your health workers are getting infected and killed, you might start looking at this little issue. Conflict, population movement, distrust, attacks on health workers, and funding shortages are making containment extremely difficult. And I have watched these blacks when they're trying to take a body away because it's died of Ebola. They want the body. They open the casket up. You can't. It's like you can't explain to them any of this stuff. Um, yeah, there's all kinds of issues. That's one of them. Why this outbreak is so serious. The virus strain is a major problem. The current outbreak involves Bundibugyo Ebola virus, unlike the more common Zaire strain. It does not currently have an approved vaccine or specific treatment. Researchers are testing whether existing tools may provide some protection, but response does not have the same establishment medical toolbox used during some recent Ebola outbreaks. It is spreading through a different environment. Eastern Congo has armed conflicts, displaced populations, remote communities, high population mobility, weak health infrastructure, and the mistrust of authorities. Community distrust in helping the out. Some families avoid treatment centers, hide sick relatives, or resist safe burial procedures, which is another big mistake. How it compares to a major Ebola outbreak in 76, cases were 318. 95 is 315. 2024, 14. 2016, 28,000 cases. 2018 to 2020, almost 3,500 cases. And look at the deaths. So we're already, and here's the 2026, we're at 5,500 plus with 2,600 plus deaths. Second largest global and still growing. So we're not quite here at this one, but we're still early on. The 2016 West Africa was the worst overall. 28,000 cases, 11,000 deaths. There's those numbers. Maya said, if containment improves significantly, the outbreak could eventually be brought under control, as Congo and Uganda have done before. But if contact tracing and community cooperation remain weak, the 20 outbreak could continue closer with the gap. Yeah, it could, and then the money's drying up. They're getting ready to take us off the world currency, so somebody else is going to start paying for all this crap, and they're not. They're still going to have the borders wide open. You know, blacks want to be around whites. I mean, let's just admit it. I mean, we got all the stuff, and that's who's going to bring it right to you in every manner. Now here I put down, where would the first outbreaks likely happen in America? And it says New York City, JFK area, D.C., Dulles area, Hartsford, Jackson, O'Hara, and Lax. They're talking about airports, which we can handle that because of our infrastructure and everything. What I'm worried about are the slums, and I think I put that in. What about slums and illegal immigration? If you're asking whether slums, overcrowded housing, or undocumented immigration could make Ebola spread more likely to the U.S., the answer is they could complicate containment, but they are not automatically Ebola hotspots. Now, I don't know about that, because I think that's where the bodies will start dying. People will end up partying around them and contracting it somehow, or they'll be sleeping with them. I mean, all kinds of stuff. And this is where I see the danger being, is with the mass immigration and all that. Yeah, there's all kinds of dangers with way they act when they get here, but disease. I mean, they don't even check these people for no disease when they come in. The same way when that Suerta thing. I mean, did you think anybody checked them for syphilis or something? No. They're not checking nobody for anything. They're just coming right over. They're bad things can happen, especially if we start having money issues, things getting tight, power rolling brownouts, all this stuff that's going to be happening. I don't know. I'm ready to steal Jeff Bezos' rocket ship and just fly off of here and go somewhere else, I think. I'll take a few of you with me. You better be young, hot, female. Like, subscribe.